Looks like my camera is alright. It still works fine. Whew. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Welcome to Colorado in October. Yes, it is only October and it is already snowing. Already feels like winter. Already looks like winter. The weather today is quite different from the weather from yesterday. Yesterday it was sunny, it was clear, totally clear. And it was pretty warm yesterday. It was like maybe from 50 to 60 degree Fahrenheit. And then 24 hours later, and actually even less than 24 hours later, just overnight, it started snowing and the temperature drops to 10 degree Fahrenheit. So it is very cold right now. I'm not sure what's the degree in Celsius. I think maybe negative 10 degree Celsius, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's pretty cold right now. But you can see that's how big the difference is between yesterday and today. Just overnight change. Suddenly we jumped from summer to winter. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Today is Sunday and I'm the only guy parked in the Bear Lake parking lot. You know, during summertime, or if the sky is clear, if it's sunny, Bear Lake parking lot can be packed with people. You know, the parking lot can be full before 7 a.m. It's crazy. But today, I don't know. Right now it's probably 8:30 and I haven't seen anyone on the trail. I'm the only, my car is the only car in the parking lot. So I guess I have everything all to myself today. Today, due to the snow, I can't see any mountains. I am not able to photograph any mountains because they are all hiding behind the clouds. And that might actually be a good thing for today. Because when it comes to Rocky Mountain National Park, the mountains are so beautiful. You know, you come here, you grab a photo of mountains, look beautiful, and then you go home. I'm so used to this routine, you know, and that becomes not creative at all. So I need to change. I need to break my routine, and today is the perfect opportunity for me to do that because I can't photograph mountains anyway. So I made myself a little challenge that I need to shoot smaller but also interesting objects. I need to open up my eyes looking for those objects to photograph. You know, a nice photography practice in the winter season in Colorado. I have set up my tripod and the camera, and currently I'm shooting a panorama. This is a lake, and currently the lake is underneath the snow, and I am shooting a panorama of the pine trees on the other side of the lake. I think it looks pretty good. I think it is contrasty because it got very dark black, dark shadow, and then highlight because the snow. Yeah, so I'm gonna shoot a panorama here and see how that turns out. After a couple of test shots, I put on my 4-stop neutral density filter, and the reason for that is Without the 4-stop neutral density feature, my shutter speed is around 200th of a second, and I think that's too fast. It can capture the snowflakes in the air and overall making the photo a little bit flatter, and I don't want that. So I put on a 4-stop neutral density feature, and my shutter speed currently is around half a second, so much longer shutter speed, and hopefully that can remove the movement of the snowflakes, and I can remove snowflakes from my panorama. For shooting the panorama, nothing fancy here. First of all, you want to make sure your tripod is leveled and your camera is leveled. I'm shooting a vertical composition using 70 to 200 millimeter f4 lens, and I'm shooting at 70 millimeter, and I'm just gonna go from left to right, and I captured like 5 or 6 photos, and I'm going to stitch those in the post. So I was there shooting the panorama. I moved a little bit around the lake, and now I'm shooting the trees this side, and I still use the 70 to 200 millimeter f4 lens, and I tried a couple single shots and another panorama. Being unable to see the mountains actually helped my composition today, because if I can see the mountains, I always think about getting the mountains in my composition. That actually limits my composition, limits my options. But today, without the mountains, I don't need to worry about it, and I can compose my shots more freely. I tried a couple compositions that I have never tried it before. Looks like my camera is alright. It still works fine. Good morning, everyone. I am in Rocky Mountain National Park again. 1 week later. Today it's super clear. Just a little bit clouds over the mountains over there, but I can definitely see the mountains. I can definitely photograph the mountains. So I'm back to my normal routine here because the mountains are just gorgeous. It's so beautiful this morning. But it's also very cold today. I mean, 1 week earlier, it was very cold, but it was not windy. Today, the temperature is about 30 degrees, so today is warmer than last Sunday. But today it's super windy, and it actually feels colder when it's super windy. Anyway, I'm super happy about this morning's condition. I think it is fantastic because I got some clouds behind the mountains. I think that's important. The clouds are not in front of the mountain. The clouds are not covering the mountain. You can see the entire mountain, and the clouds above the mountain or behind the mountain, and there's nothing blocks the sun. So when the sun comes up and illuminates the mountain, and it gives very fantastic color to the sky. So I really like the condition this morning. My camera is right there, and I was shooting with 70 to 200 millimeter a telephoto zoom lens again. That is because the mountains are very far from me, and I couldn't find a good wide angle composition. That's why I used 70 to 200 and then I was shooting. Ooh, my camera almost full. And I was shooting between 70mm to 100mm. That gives me a, I think that gives me a good composition, and I can get a close shot of those mountains. As you can see, it's pretty windy today, huh? I tried a couple horizontal single shots first, and then I turned my camera into vertical composition, and then I shoot a panorama, and then back to horizontal composition, and I use the 10-stop neutral density filter to extend my shutter speed so I can smooth out the clouds in the sky and get some really nice long exposures. I think I will show you some photos here. Since you are still watching, I have an update for you. I'm now offering limited fine art prints on my website. In the last month, I selected some of my favorite images and tested on many different fine art papers. For example, this is a matte fine art paper, and this is a glossy or a semi-glossy fine art paper. And it is probably worth a video dedicated to talking about all the different papers and the prints that I have tried. And among all the papers that I have tried, this is my favorite. This is Breathing Color Pura Velvet fine art paper, and most of my prints will be offered on this paper. This is 100% acid-free and lignin-free and 100% cotton fiber paper. It is bright white without OBA. OBA stands for optical brightening additives, which are known to shorten the lifespan of the prints. Some paper contain OBA to make the paper brighter, but OBA will break down over time and it will change the look of your prints. So this paper is bright white, but it doesn't contain any OBA. So guarantee longevity over 100 years. This paper has high Dmax, which means the black is very deep and you can see a lot of details in the shadow area. And also it has a wide gamut of colors. It got a matte finish, so you don't need to worry about glare no matter how big the print is, especially if you are going to frame the print behind the glass. It also has some gentle texture, which I really like, and the weight of the paper is 310 GSM, which feels very nice in your hands, although you want to be very careful when you handle this print. And the ink is all pigment-based ink, again, for the best archival quality. The smallest size I offer is 12" by 18" with a white border, which means the size of the actual photo is probably around 10" by 15" or 10" by 13" depending on the aspect ratio. And the largest print I offer is 40" by 60". With the print, you will also get this certificate of authenticity, which proves that you have purchased an original limited fine art print from me. And this certificate contains information such as title, edition number, dimension, and ink and paper used. And most importantly, free shipping worldwide. How good is that? Alright guys, if you are interested, check out more information in the description below. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and enjoy photography. Bye for now.